Hello artist, welcome back. We should have our pottery or our ceramic bowl all set and painted with colors. So if you remember from last week, we're first dipping into water and then into the paint to carefully paint in all the grooves and designs and textures that we had made with our clay tools. And this is a bit tricky. I'm sure that you've discovered that when you were painting last week. You need to make sure that you have water in your brush each time that you add paint. So I have all my designs set on the front, and I'm going to switch colors, and when I switch colors I dip into the water and I rub it on the bottom of the container, and then I wipe the brush 3 times with a paper towel before I get a new color. And I did that before getting some of the violet paint. I'm also tipping the bowl to make sure that I get all the edges with paint. But now I'm going to use one color to emphasize my 5 lines and the edges of my bowl. And I have decided to use red for that. And I won't need as much water with this. I'm going to try by dipping into the water first. And it's looking good, so I'm not seeing that I need to add water to the paint. And I'm going to trace all of the lines that I have on the front of my ceramic bowl. And I'm going to carefully do that. And as I do that, I'm also going to be doing the edges of the bowl. So I'm wanting to make sure that I get it into these grooves. So you may have to dip into the water a bit to get it into each of these designs. And I'm going over with a second coat. So I'm going to add 1 coat of paint and then another coat of paint. And you can see here now I'm finishing up the edges of the bowl with the red paint. Make sure you're choosing a different color other than the colors that you have on your bowl. And now we're ready to emphasize the designs on our bowl. We're going to be using white to make something called a tint. A tint is making the color lighter with white. So clean my brush first. I'm going to dip into the water and clean it again just to make sure. I will take a bit of blue and put it on my cardboard palette. A palette is a place for mixing paint. And now I'm making a tint of blue, which is light blue. So whatever color you choose, for instance, if you select violet, you'll have light violet. If you select orange, you'll have a light orange. But I'm taking this light blue and I'm actually painting in each of the textures that I made, making sure that I don't paint the whole space because I've already painted that area with green. Now I'm running out of paint, so I'm going to clean my brush because I had blue on my brush. I don't want to put the blue brush into the white paint. And now I'm taking that blue brush and I'm mixing it with white. And I'm going to go ahead and trace these line textures that I had made with a piece of wood. So take the time to do that in each of your sections, making sure that each of the textures you choose a new color. So for instance, in my brown area, I may want to use orange mixed with white, and I would have light orange. So each of the spaces that you have on the top of the bowl, you're going to choose a tinted color to add color to your textures. Enjoy.